Hi, so in today's video, I'll be showing you how much I currently earn as a care home nurse in the UK, working only 3 days a week due to childcare. If you're interested, stay tuned.
Said it before. Hey, stop that.
So I recently posted a video where I was talking about childcare options with their cost in the UK. And in that video, I mentioned that personally, as a family, my husband and I decided that we'll just take turns in taking care of the baby. We're not going to take the baby anywhere so that we can properly take care of the baby and they will not waste so much money as well. So I mentioned that I have reduced my hours from 39 hours a week to 33 hours a week. Okay, so now I do only 3 days each week. So if you haven't watched that childcare video, you should definitely watch it. I'll leave a link in the description below. I actually work 12 hours each shift, okay, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. or from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. So it's like 12-hour shifts. But my company, the break is not paid and I have 1 hour break each shift. So that's how come it's 33 and not 36, okay? But I actually do usually 3 days a week. Before I start, let me just quickly randomly show you some pay slips before I actually started this whole childcare thing, before I actually had a baby. Let me show you how much I was bringing home and then I'll show you how much I'm actually making now that I have a baby. Okay, so let's look at this first pay slip here. This was somewhere in October 2020 and the net pay was 3,153. Okay, put that in your mind. Now let's look at the second one. I just randomly picked them. So this one is somewhere June of 2019 and then the net pay was 2,476.08. so this was kind of like a bad month for me. Probably I didn't do much overtime, so that was like on a bad month, that's how much I was bringing, like 2,476 pounds. Okay, now let's look at the third random one before I had a baby. This was somewhere in May of 2019 and I came home with 2,970.31. okay, so let's strike an average and see how much I was actually bringing home from the 3 random pay slips from before I had a baby. There's 2,970.31, okay, and there is 2,476.08 and there is 3,153.36. so that's like 8,599.75 divided by 3. So averagely, before I had a baby, before childcare issues, I was bringing home averagely like 2,866 averagely, okay, and I think that actually reflected, I can't average my total pay, so I decided to just pick a very good month, a not so good month, and an in between. Okay, so I was bringing home about 2,866 averagely per month before a baby. Before I go into what I'm currently earning now with childcare issues and doing only 3 days per week, comment below what you actually think. Okay, just take a wild guess. Okay, don't cheat, don't skip the video to that part. Take a wild guess and type in the comment section. I still work in a care home for that same company, so just take a wild guess how much you think I'm earning now. Okay, so today's video is proudly sponsored by TransferGo. So TransferGo is an international money transfer company that allows you to send money from the UK and other EU countries to Nigerian bank accounts. Okay, and they have extremely low transfer charges. The transfer fees are so low, so the person gets the actual amount you are sending. You understand? So you can send money from UK or any of the EU countries to a Nigerian bank account. The person can also actually pick up in USD, in United States dollar, or in Naira. Okay, so you choose what you want. And guys, they are very convenient. Within a maximum of 30 minutes, the person would have gotten the money. It's so fast, it's so reliable, so secured, and so convenient. I will leave a link in the description below. You can download TransferGo whether you use an Android or whether you use an iOS, and then send money. Just send money to friends and family from the UK or any other EU country to Nigeria or to Ghana. Okay, thank you so much TransferGo for sponsoring today's video. So luckily for me, just before I returned from maternity leave, my company increased our hourly pay. Okay, so initially we're being paid £16 per hour, but by the time I was on maternity leave, it was increased to £19 per hour. So now I get paid £19 per hour. You know, God's always got me. God's always got me. God, eh? So now I have 3 pay slips randomly picked from when I reduced my hours to 33 per week. Okay, let's have a look at it now and then we'll strike an average. So the first average we had was 2,866, right? Okay, so now let's look at the current average. Drum roll. Okay, so this is just May of 2022, okay? And like I said, the hourly wage is 19 per hour. So my gross pay was 2,800. They deducted NI, tax and pension, and that was a total of 733. And my net was 2,076, okay? Now let's have a look at another one. This was also July of 2022. The gross was 2,576. Over here, you can see I only did like 135.60 hours. That's for the month. And the total deduction was about 618. And I took home 1,957. Okay, that's it. Now let's look at the last one and then we'll strike an average about that as well. So this one is also just April of 2022. The take home was also 2,038. Now there's no overtime, just basic job. You see how sad life is, eh? Me, that I could do 6 days a week. But life happens, okay? Now my average is like 2,023 a month, 0.99. So like, let's say now my average is like 2,000 a month. And if you watch my video on the cost of living in the UK, I did it about 2 years ago. I'll leave a link in the description as well. You can head over. I listed all the things that I pay for. At the time, my total cost, like when it comes to bills and everything, was about 1,166. And at the time I was alone. Now we had 3 people. So the good thing is I obviously have my husband to help me with the bills. But if let's say I'm to deduct this 1,166.82, that means I only have 857 left. That's all I have left. Right, that's another reason why I'm still in a care home. Because if I was doing something like an NHS and I was not able to do overtime as a lower band 5 nurse, I would be bringing home like 1,607 minus the 1,166.82 is like £400 left. Okay, and remember now we're a family of 3, not 1 anymore. This was how much I was spending with bills and everything for a single person. If you want me to do a video on how much we currently spend as a family of 3 living in Northern Ireland, put in the comments. I'll definitely do a video on that about, you know, how much groceries cost these days, and with all the inflation going on and everything. If you want to know the current cost of living in the UK, kindly drop it in the comments below and I'll definitely do a video on that. So these days, this is how much I earn, averagely 2,000. So minus bills and everything. Thankfully, I have a husband to support me, but now you get an idea. So who was actually close with their guess in the comments? I would search and find out. But basically, honestly, it's really not that bad because I'm in a care home. If I was working in the NHS and I was bringing home like 1,000, 5,000 because I was doing only my contracted hours, that's like 37.5. That's the standard NHS contracted hours, and I was doing 3, 3, 3, 4, and I was not able to do overtime, and I was bringing home like 1,006, 1,007 minus the bills and everything. And if I was living in a place like London, with some people, after rent, you just be left with £100, you know. So that is why you have to think of all these things, think of your situation as a family, and know where to move to, and know the kind of place you have to work. You understand? You see why I'm taking YouTube a bit more serious these days. The girl is officially broke. If you've watched till this point and you've still not subscribed, you're a criminal. You're a criminal. Oh yeah, subscribe. Let's go. Thank you for watching. Bye.